Rule number 1. Never lose money. Rule number 2. Never forget rule number 1. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Whether we're talking about socks or stocks, I like buying quality merchandise when it is marked down. Most behavior is habitual, and they say that the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. I've seen more people fail because of liquor and leverage. Leverage being borrowed money. You really don't need leverage in this world much. If you're smart, you're going to make a lot of money without borrowing. Interest rates are very high on credit cards. Sometimes they are 18%. Sometimes they are 20%. If I borrowed money at 18% or 20%, I'd be broke. We always maintain at least $20 billion, and usually far more, in cash equivalents. Cash, though, is to a business as oxygen is to an individual. Never thought about when it is present, the only thing in mind when it is absent. When bills come due, only cash is legal tender. Don't leave home without it. Invest in as much of yourself as you can. You are your own biggest asset by far. Anything you do to improve your own talents and make yourself more valuable will get paid off in terms of appropriate real purchasing power. Anything you invest in yourself, you get back tenfold. Nobody can tax it away. They can't steal it from you. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Go to bed smarter than when you woke up. Put 10% of the cash in short-term government bonds and 90% in a very low-cost S&P 500 index fund. If you invested in a very low-cost index fund, where you don't put the money in at one time, but average in over 10 years, you'll do better than 90% of people who start investing at the same time. In my view, for most people, the best thing to do is owning the S&P 500 index fund. There are huge amounts of money people pay for advice they really don't need. If you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. Invest with a multi-decade horizon. Do not focus on moments of stock market volatility or economic crisis. Lose money for the firm, and I will be understanding. Lose a shred of reputation for the firm, and I will be ruthless. A simple rule dictates my buying. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. The important thing is to know what you know and know what you don't know. You cannot make a good deal with a bad person. Just buy something for less than it's worth. Uncertainty actually is the friend of the buyer of long-term values. As in the case with marriage, business acquisitions often deliver surprise after the I-dos. Every decade or so, dark clouds will fill the economic skies, and they will briefly rain gold. Don't pass up something that's attractive today, because you think you will find something better tomorrow. When seeking directors, CEOs don't look for pit bulls. It's the cocker spaniel that gets taken home. The best way to think about investments is to be in a room with no one else and to just think. If that doesn't work, nothing else is going to work. I have every possession I want. I have a lot of friends who have a lot more possessions. But in some cases, I feel the possession possesses them, rather than the other way around. You only learn who has been swimming naked when the tide goes out. The sillier the market's behavior, the greater the opportunity for the business-like investor. American magic has always prevailed, and it will do so again. Fear is the most contagious disease you can imagine. It makes the virus look like a piker. You've got to understand accounting. You've got to. That's got to be like a language to you. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price.